Welcome to Heraklion in Crete. This is the capital of the island of Crete, south of the Cyclades here in Greece. And today we're going to explore the city, admire the weird shaped mountains that we see there in the distance. Kind of looks like a pyramid. It's so perfect. Such a strange mountain. And we're going to first start here at the Venetian fortress. This fortress was built by 1540. It only took about 15 years to construct by the Venetians, who occupied the island of Crete for nearly 450 years. Then the Ottomans took over in 1669. This fortress always was rather problematic because the sea is rather rough, especially towards the wintertime. Winds can get rather high. So the sea would constantly batter this fort. Of course, fortresses are meant to withstand any types of bombardment, but the thing is, the sea is rather constant and unceasing, unlike a foreign army. So this poor fortress was very vulnerable to attack, and by the time the Ottomans came, they took it rather easily. However, this fortress still stands here today, and we see right over here the Greek flag, and we're seeing views of Heraklion. Look at these gorgeous views of Heraklion. I'm just amazed and in love and just in awe of the beautiful city. The city is a bit more grungy, a bit more gritty than Hania. Hania has a bit more gleam and beauty from its Venetian times. Here it's filled with polykatakias, which is the Greek-style version of apartment buildings, a little bit more hectic urban. Kind of feels a little bit more like Turkish cities as well. So there most likely was a very strong Ottoman influence. Of course, this island being under Ottoman control for nearly 400 years as well. And here we're seeing the Marina. Look at this. Beautiful marina right over here. Today we're going to wander around the city of Crete. No particular plan. We might do something random, who knows. There's what appears to be a military vessel over here. That's interesting. Haven't seen too many military presence here in Greece, though there's some islands where there's big bases, including Crete actually has a base of the Americans. Ooh, sailing trips. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, wow. I'll be on one of those. Look at that. So I was tempted to take one of these trips. Unfortunately, to an island where you can't actually step off. You can see the island of Dia. And the island of Dia actually was part of the stones that are used here in this fortification is that island that's near the coast. And these sailing trips go to that island, but it's uninhabited. There's no pathways. I'm not sure how they took stone from them back in the day. So the swimming part is off the boat, so you have to know how to swim. Hey, Pineapple is in the UK. Pineapple and everyone else. John, Kay, Maria, Mika. We got so many people tuning in. Susie, welcome everyone. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm just enjoying the views here. Lorraine says, about to go to bed. Hey Lorraine, I'm glad I'm going on a somewhat reasonable time for Australian standards. Hello Leah, nice to see you here. So here we can see the fortification, very similar to Hania, but way bigger actually than Hania. We're gonna see the full extent of these fortifications. I think we're seeing the island of Dia over here, or Dia, because the D sometimes is pronounced as the, as opposed to a duh. So Dia, I think. Any Greeks tuning in, do let me know. Airport is down that way, so a lot of planes are always flying overhead. Crete, of course, is a major tourist destination, so people come here via flights to Heraklion. Heraklion is a first stop for a lot of people traveling through Crete. Also, the port for the ferries are nearby. It's way bigger than the one near Hanya. Just wonder, is there any fires in Greece, says Leah. I don't keep up with the news too much, but of course, yes, there has been wildfires. I think they have tampened down. The last major one was in Rhodes a few weeks ago, but I think it has lessened. Hello, Heather from Melbourne. Nice to see you here. Hello, Nebul. Finder says, "Oh, you remember me from Crete? I asked you if you were streaming. Oh, from Hanya, yeah, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. There was a few people who asked me if I was streaming, but I think I remember you. Was it you with the blonde hair? Thank you so much for saying hello, and I'm glad you're tuning in." I'm still astonished at how beautiful the waters look, even in like major port areas. Is there plenty of English language in Greece? Yes. Yes, there's a pretty high proficiency of English. I think the official statistic is nearly 60% of people know English. But especially if you're going to these touristy areas, you're going to find a lot of people who just are proficient in English. Very easy. It's kind of easy to just go automatically to English. No worries. You do cheer up. People do like it when you say a few words in Greek. Especially older generations are really kind of happy if they hear you saying some Greek. So culturally, they're very proud of their own language, which is awesome. So I would encourage you to learn a few words like kalispera, kalimera, which means kalimera means good morning, kalispera means good afternoon, or good day. Efaristo, which means thank you. Efaristo poli, thank you very much. Yasas, which means to your health, but is used as hello and goodbye.
Ja, das ist ja Vater zusammen und so und er lebt da.
Ja, aber selbst wenn die nur 150.000 kostet, ist der 10.000, 15.000 im Jahr los für den Unterhalt. Das hier festhalten. So ist das in einem privaten Thailand. Da gehen wir mal hin. Da haben wir ich kann nicht mal hingehen, weil das beeindruckend ist, weil ich finde, ja. Und dann machen wir noch ein bisschen, ja, das würde ich gerne mal mit euch machen. Also vielleicht, wenn das sieht, dann Lukas so anschauen.
Perfect height for someone who's 5'2". Whoa. Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh, that's awesome photo. Alright, it's actually pretty roomy once you get inside. This would make a very nice Airbnb. You can lie down here. You could put maybe a little shower over here. This is as big as most New York City apartments. Wow. Ample ceiling.
Ja, immer aus dem Auto raus. Das machen sie ja bei uns in Deutschland ja auch.
Hello, Vicentas. Hello, Shane. Shane says Yamas. Yamas, yeah, which means cheers. Okay, let's go down to the town of Heraklion. Helena says hello. Hey, Helena, welcome. All right. So fortunately, security here is, they're watching like hawks, so I might. Leah, these are skylights to provide lighting to the interior of the fortification. So here we see the flying lion symbol that is the symbol of the Venetians that you can find all around Crete. This is the main entrance. It costs €4 to go inside. There's a discount for kids. And if you're under the age of 25 as a European EU member, you'll be able to get in for free, which is awesome. And right now we're gonna go towards the city center, which I'm actually really hyped for. If you're watching it for the first time, my name is Ariel, and Mbit is asking, do I know Spanish? Sí, yo hablo español, soy fluido en español y también en inglés. Puede preguntar cualquier cosa que tú quieres en español. You can ask anything you want in English or in Spanish. Vicenta says, so beautiful. Yeah, it is gorgeous. Tom says, good morning from Connecticut, USA. Nice. Mika says, beautiful. Lorraine says, I agree. Very beautiful. All right, who wants to commandeer one of these tiny little fishing boats? Should we get the one with shade or the one without shade? Let me know. The one where we're protected from the sun or the one where we're burning in the sun? Let me know. Which one do you prefer? Susie says I can't stay too long to annoy Ariel. Susie, you got work? Oh no. Casey, nice to see you here. Casey votes for the shade boat. Helena says, ooh, fishing boats, protected. Vicenta votes the one with shade. Diz votes for the blue one, the one with the shade. Everyone wants the shade boat. Hey, Marie, watching from Trondheim, Norway. Trondheim, Norway. Trondheim. I don't know how to pronounce that in the Norwegian accent, but thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, everyone. Josh says, mucho dinero, hombre. Mucho dinero, yes. Josh is saying, money, money, money. Mika says, I'd rather take the yacht in the background. Mika, why live life easy when you can live it hard? Diz from Atlanta. Nice to see you here, Diz from Atlanta. Mars from Thailand. Ooh, wow, watching far away. Nice, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Marie says, you said it just about correct. I met a lovely Norwegian couple at a beer tour I did in Hanya. And I was listening to the way the guy speaks Norwegian, and it was very interesting, the accent. So I tried to best to replicate what he said. Hey, Shalomi from Israel. Welcome. Do people fish at the wharf or the beaches? I'm not entirely sure. It's a good question. I'm not sure where people fish. But I have seen a few people try to fish here at the port. Josh says, how much does traveling increase your mental health in a positive way? Do you feel different when not traveling? I really do love traveling. Traveling can be a little bit of a trap in the sense that you kind of get addicted to it and you feel kind of stagnant if you're at home too long, which I've been through, but it's also a deep blessing. Yes, us. One orange juice, please. Nice, very fresh.
Good. Thank you.
Delia, if I saw. All right, so I ended up getting a fresh orange juice. It cost me €2.50. Of course, you can get orange juice cheaper. Heraklion is by far the most expensive city I've encountered in Greece. Things here get rather expensive, even more than Athens, which I was a bit shocked. I'm not sure why things are so expensive here. I guess because it's so dependent on tourism, or focused on tourism, that they rather jack up the prices. It's still not higher than New York though, because in New York this would cost me nearly $10, or $8 or something like that. So let's try a nice juice. Oh, wow. Oh, nothing beats a great homemade juice. Oh. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad that the guy just made it fresh for me. He didn't have like a bunch of laying around, which is in the US, you know, sometimes they say fresh orange juice. And they mean, it's very malleable, the definition. Fresh can mean, oh, it was made fresh at some point, and it's bottled and it's here. So it could be a juice that's weeks old. Or fresh can mean, oh, okay, we just juiced it this morning, and now that's 5 p.m., you're just buying the juice that we juiced in the morning. It's fresh. But here in Greece, and this applies to a few other countries, like Mexico, when it means fresh, it means fresh. All right, let's explore Heraklion. Let's see, what is up in Heraklion? Let's go deep into the city. A little lovely seaside, gigantic, massive Marina. not quaint at all. It's gigantic, but it's a good location. Justin, nice to see you here. See, Denny is watching my channel from Canada. Oh, cool. In fact, the tour guide said that Heraklion has been voted the second ugliest city in the world in 1985, but now it's just gorgeous as Marina. You know, it is gritty. It is definitely gritty. We're going to see more of the grittiness. Definitely no Hanya. Even Athens is prettier, but still has its charm. Now, I gotta admit, here in Heraklion, I haven't been too entertained on the tourist level. So I haven't found too many things to do here. There's museums, but you know, I'm not really into the museums at the moment. I don't want to see a museum. I get that they have very important artifacts, but I just don't care for them at the moment. So aside from museums, there's like a day trip to that island Via, right there. You can take a day trip to Santorini. It'll cost you a little bit more, about €120 for the ticket of the ferry. And then maybe go to the beaches, but you know, there's not that much. The beaches here in close proximity are not the best. They could get rather grungy. So I was trying to research a good beach to visit, but it didn't strike. Oh, this juice was so amazing and frothy. I nearly finished it already. Wow. Marie says if you walk a few squares, you'll see the main squares. Yes, if you walk a few blocks, you'll see the main squares. Yes, that's where we're going. No more left. I need another. I need all the orange juice now. Here's a good coffee shop I went to the other day called Fabrica. But let's go into the main square. Diaz says, what juice was this? Orange juice, the most common one that you'll find in Greece that's made fresh. You can find a bunch of different juices here. Juices are fairly common, but when it comes to fresh, this is the one. And of course, oranges, they're grown here in Greece, which is amazing. So very, very fresh oranges as well. Yukim says, no one can drink a fresh orange juice slowly. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to slow sip a good orange juice. You know, the bottled ones, I don't like it. I have like 2 or 3 sips, maybe 4 sips. And I don't know, I'm just done. I'm done when it comes to a bottled orange juice. I can't handle more than 4 sips. And I'm not sure why. Someone make it make sense. Why can I down this? Boom. In like a few seconds. But bottled oranges, ugh. Marina says, so nice to see a variety of locations. Thank you. Hey Marina, my pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, some modern glossy buildings here in Heraklion. Not too many. It's one of the few ones. Avis says, bottled orange juice is just processed syrup. I wonder if it is, because in the US we claim to have quote unquote fresh orange juice. 100% orange juice. All right, that was really good. I wish there was more. Ooh, ice melted. I have a few more sips. Oh, there we go. Diaz says, what's the longest you've been in any given country? I think France was the longest last year. I spent definitely more than 2 months. It could have been as close to 3 months. I was in France a long time. Because Nice, I was there for like a week and a half, like 10 days. Lyon, I was there also for like 10 days. Chamonix, I was there for like 6 or 7 days. Paris, I was there for a month, so 2 separate trips to Paris, for coming and then coming back. So yeah, I think France, about 3 months. After that would be Italy, about 2 months. A little bit more than 2 months, maybe 2 months and a few days. And that was in 2021. And then England, UK, England and Scotland and Wales was about nearly 2 months, like a month and 3 weeks or something like that. I was in the UK. And now this will be my second or third longest trip. Who knows? But I anticipate that this will be a long trip. Vicenta says, did you like Nice? I thought Nice was rather nice. Yeah, I actually really loved Nice. I loved the south of France. The south of France was amazing, actually. It was a pleasure meeting Naboul in his hometown, right by Saint-Tropez, Saint-Martin. But I loved south of France. Great place, great vibes, beautiful places to visit. Really interesting. Okay, so we're starting to see more people now. We're like in one of the main thoroughfares here. Emilia says, I'll be in Paris soon. Ooh, do enjoy Paris. If you're looking for goods that you need, like beauty products, suntan lotion, some basic clothes, maybe luggage, these stores are really good. Hondo Center, they're all around Greece. They're basically like the Macy's or DC, not so much the Macy's, but more like the Walmart of Greece. So I highly recommend coming. Debbie, nice to see you here. I got mute. There's some damn reggaeton music. Okay. Marie says, I would love to see the UK. It has so many historical areas. Been one time to the UK in Manchester for a football weekend. Yes, the UK is amazing. Highly recommend the UK. Great city to visit. A great country to visit. Vicenta says, I love the South of France. Yeah, it's amazing. Nebu says, it was a pleasure meeting you and hanging out with you in Nice, Saint-Maxime, and Saint-Tropez. Yeah, it was. I wish I can come in here and take video. These churches are really strict video. But this is one of the churches here. I'll go on my own personal time. Where shall we go? Let's go this way. Let's mosey around this way. Chill with Elia says, reggaeton is everywhere, even in the deep jungles of Africa. I have to go to deep jungles of Africa to see myself. Let me know if you see any vloggers cover the deep jungles of Africa and hear reggaeton there. I'll be very curious. Wow. Now that's gorgeous. Look at these windows. Wow. You can totally see the Ottoman influence here. You can totally see how this may have had a huge minaret. Though I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it did. Best looking Greek cities are Ionia and Nafplion. Oh, cool. Mara says, are you going to Santorini? No, not this trip. Though it is doable to do Santorini as a day trip. You'll get there by like 10, 11, and you have about till 2, 4, actually, I think 4 p.m. So you have a few hours. You could do a Santorini day trip. It's viable. Ludo says it looks Arabic. Yep, it's the Ottoman influence. Of course, Ottoman Empire was predominantly Muslim and had a lot of influence from Muslim cultures that originates from the Arabian Peninsula. So, yeah, that's why it might look Arabic. Hey, Mika says, my lunch break is over. We'll watch the replay. Hey, Mika, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a good work day. Yukim says, Greece is one of the few only European country that has moped step-through motorbikes that are usually 125cc. Oh, interesting. They are sometimes very strict with photos and videos in churches, but you can sneak in discreetly. You know, in Catholic churches, and this applies to France, Italy, US, you can walk into any church when it comes to Catholic. This also applies to Episcopal and generally Anglican churches in the UK and US as well. You can just stroll in and take video photos and no one really cares. But when it comes to Greek Orthodox, especially the big ones, there's always someone like watching in the front. So they will tell you to not shoot anything. So here is the loggia. This is one of the main civic buildings here in Heraklion. Let's check it out. Built by the Venetians in that stereotypical Venetian style. Mahid says, I'm really enjoying the stream while coding and waiting behind the build pipeline. Hey man, thank you so much for tuning in while you're doing your computer engineering work. That's awesome. So here is one of the more famous Souvlaki restaurants. It's huge. But what I'm very amused by is this gigantic gyro. It's huge, but it is a fake one. Wow, gyro quesadilla, that's so interesting. Never seen a gyro quesadilla yet. Pork gyro is $4.40. Looks good. Now, Heraklion is also one of the few cities that have seen high-end restaurants here in Greece. And there's quite a few. We might pass a few of them in a bit. But generally in Greece, I have not seen too many high-end restaurants. Most of the restaurants tend to be what we're seeing here. Tavernas, very casual restaurants, very big. Lorraine, hey Lorraine, hope you're doing well. Is the menu in English? A lot of menus you will find here are also in English. And it's not like Italy where an English menu really denotes a place that's a tourist trap. Not so much the case here. Greece overall is very hospitable to people who are speaking other languages, especially English. So there's always menus in both English and Greek. Sometimes most menus usually are split. Here, for example, they're literally splitting into 4 languages: English, German, French, and Russian. Wow, okay. But they got moussaka. $11.80 for a moussaka. After seeing these prices are very high for Greece because the moussaka you can find for like 6 or 7 euro in Athens. Marina says, wow, that's a big menu. You know, I think it's not a coincidence that the diner in the US has gigantic menus, because if you eat a lot in Greece, you'll notice that it's the same thing in many places in Greece. They have pretty big menus for sometimes even the smallest tavernas. Helena says, spoiled for food choice. Yeah, there's good food choice here. I haven't been too deeply excited by the food here. There's only been one place that has blown me away so far. One place that was pretty good, which was the place I covered in my Instagram stories. But there's another place called Lola. And I got lucky. They usually are booked because it's a pretty popular restaurant. But it's like this very home-style Greek taverna. And oof, it just blew me away. I didn't take any photos or videos because I just wanted to enjoy that meal on my own. And wow, I was just really blown away. Has been only one restaurant so far here in Heraklion. Lorraine says, Greece is very tourist friendly. It really is. It really is tourist friendly. You will also find menus in Swedish, says Marit. Oh yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of Swedish and Norwegians here in Crete. Marie, let me know, is there direct flights to Crete from Scandinavia? Because this has been the area outside of going to Scandinavia where I've seen the most Scandinavians. Eric says a lot of frozen food in Greece. Eric, why would you say that? I have not encountered that personally. Not to the extent of frozen food that you find in New York City, which is quite intense. There's a lot of, or US in general. So here's one of the more popular, crazy intensely popular restaurants. Peskesi. It's huge, it's a farm to table concept. It is always super full. I got lucky, I got a table even though they were fully booked. Seems like someone left their table early when I first arrived here at Heraklion. And all the food that they make is within 100 kilometers of this restaurant. So everything's super fresh, all made within the island. And the island is still pretty big. The island is a little bit longer than 100 kilometers, so it is super local. Lorraine has left a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Lorraine. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Round of hearts for Lorraine for the very kind super chat. That will provide enough money for a moussaka and a beer. Or moussaka and a salad. Thank you so much. For people who don't know what moussaka is, basically it's similar to a Greek lasagna. No pasta is used, but it's with eggplant. Hey, Perjet says, Crete was the only kingdom between the Venetian dominions. Even Venice itself was considered duchy. Yep, Crete was under Venetian control for a while. Mikel says, yes, for sure. We do have flights direct. It's a popular vacation for Nordics. Marie says, yes, Ariel, it's direct flights from the Nordic countries, at least 3 or 4 times a week or more. No wonder there's so many Scandinavians here. So, one thing you should learn is that as you're traveling around, you realize that some countries have more tourists from one place, some other countries have more tourists from another place. And a big factor in that is its transportation connections. Usually that deals with planes. So it is no coincidence that Mykonos is kind of overrun by British because there's direct flights from London, probably other parts of UK as well. And same thing with Crete. It's a lot of Scandinavians because there's direct flights from Scandinavia. And same thing applies to like maybe Puerto Rico, where there's a lot of direct flights from New York, from Atlanta, from Miami. Lori says, I'm glad it's not as expensive as food in New York. No. I've been eating very well. And Usually the maximum of very fancy meal would cost me is 40 euro, and that's because I kind of splurged. But a more reasonable meal in a major touristy area is about 20 euro, though you can get away with many places eating even less than 10 euro. You could get full on two very big Souvlakis, pita sandwiches. Chill with Elia says, have you cooked? No, I've not cooked here. No, there are farmers markets, so you can buy fresh goods. Not sure about Crete, but I did see farmers markets in other cities like the Philippines, Athens, other places. Wow, Marie says even my own city, Trondheim, has direct flights. Wow, that's so interesting. Tim Puzzi says you'll complete your trip if you go to Hadiki or one of the Ionian islands. Hadiki is famous close to Thessaloniki as a beach destination, and then the Ionians, very interesting islands. Yeah, they're very different from the Cyclades in terms of vegetation, in terms of weather, in terms of style. So yeah, maybe I'll go. Ooh, I need water. So water here is usually 50 euro, not like Denmark or Sweden, which is like $3 or $4, 3 or 4 euro. Yes, sis. If I still. All right, so here we have some water from Zaro's, not the New York City establishment. And where's this water from? Let's see. Crete. It's Cretan water. Ooh, let's drink some Cretan water. Let's see how it is. Tasha says, what time is it here? I've lost all sense of time at this point. It's so hot today. It's actually way hotter than yesterday. Whew. I'm feeling it now. I got used to the nice cooler weather the past week. But let's try this water. Let's see how it is. How is Cretan water? It's not my favorite. Not my favorite waters. Greece has many great things, but Cretan water, it tastes like it's kind of like a super light taste to it. Almost too sharply crisp. So there's not much going on in this water. Very smooth mouthfeel. Oh, not smooth, but like very kind of, it's hard to explain. To me, it tastes a lot like Dasani. But it is natural mineral water, which is good. But doesn't have quite the nice flavors of other Greek waters. Marie says, if you go to Malia in Crete, I will cry of nostalgia. Oh. Oh, wow. Mark says, I've been to Athens, Santorini, and Ghana. Where is Ghana? Donna says, greetings and salutations, good sir. Greetings and salutations to yourself, Donna. Εδώ. Ένα καλαμάκι κρέμα σκέτο.
Αυτό είναι σίζα. Το κοτόπουλο. Έχω ένα καλοψημένο κάπου. Ένα σκέτο καλοψημένο. One lemonade. One of the wraps. Without Κάτι για εδώ, μία σίτα πακέτο. Έχω 2 σαλάτες. Για εδώ και τα 2 στην πιάτα και τα 2.
Yes, it's a chicken skewer wrap. One, yeah, with everything.
Πίτα με κοτόπουλο.
With everything. Yeah.
Παρακαλώ. Έτοιμες.
Ευχαριστώ. Chicken pita.
Ναι, τα υλικά τα λέτε μετά στα κορίτσια. Διαλέγετε ό,τι θέλετε.
Everything, yeah.
Υπάρχει το ένα μου είπατε, η κοπέλα μου είπε το κοτόπουλο πανέ και τέντερ. Και το άλλο. Ναι, αυτό εσείς διαλέγετε. Υπάρχει κοτόπουλο σουβλάκι, κοτόπουλο πανέ, κοτόπουλο.
Ευχαριστώ. Oh wow. Okay. So here we are in Kalamaki is the name of the place. I heard a lot of Greek people waiting in line, so it sounded like a good bet. And it's huge. $3.40. Let's try it out. Wow. Greek Soul Food says K, yeah. Okay, look at this. Woo. Lots of potatoes here. The pita is very thin, which I am a big fan. Sometimes the bread could get a little bit heavy having too many gyros. And this is chicken skewer, so it's basically a souvlaki. And with everything, lettuce, tomato, and tzatziki. Cool menu that they had inside. All right, let me okay. All right, let's try this out. Let's see how it is. Ooh, I like this soft, thin pita. It's like almost like a taco. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. That's good. Hello, Michele. Says nice to see you here. Hello, Kay. Says that looks good. Um, DS says Greek soul food. In essence, yeah. Instead of saying with everything, say apola. Apola. Let me know what the accent, where's the accent? Apola or apola? But yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Apola. Really good. I like this wrap. I'm actually a really big fan now. Mmm. Mmm. Great chicken. Great chicken. I think Heraklion the pigeon wants some. He's being cautious. He's a bit shy. I think Pericles the pigeon is a bit hungry. The stress is on the A. Apola. Okay. Licking the screen. This is really good. The fries are actually really awesome. Mmm. Mmm. Very creamy fries. The chicken itself is super fluffy and delicious. Mmm. Pericles the pigeon is a bit too shy. He's like... Marina, hello. When are you coming to Budapest? I hope to go to Budapest at some point soon. I was really impressed. I went to Budapest before I've ever done Urbanist, and I really loved it. So Budapest has been a city that has impressed me personally. I can't wait to go back. The food as well impressed me. Wow. The fries are a bit airy. I'm not sure how they got them airy. It tastes like an airy chip. It's fascinating. Mmm. How did they do this? Look at that. Look at all the airiness inside. Mmm. Don't spend 13 euro or 9 to 13 euro at one of the Souvlaki restaurants. I bet you're gonna get better Souvlaki here at this place, Kalamaki. It's really good. This cost me 340 euro. Great price for comparing to the rest of Heraklion, which could get rather expensive. Great price. They stuffed it. I thought it was gonna be a small little thing, but it's actually pretty big. And the fries are just incredible. Now all the pigeons are around me. They're having a field day here because I dropped a few fries. Oh, oops, I dropped the fry. Oh, damn it. I dropped the fry. Oh, no. That's what happens when you're clumsy. Oh, this fry escaped my hand. I'm in love. This is great. Highly recommend this. A pigeon is now staring me at the face. He's looking at me. Direct eye contact. Well, pigeons can only have direct eye contact with like one eye, but he's having direct eye contact with just one eye. You can say he's giving me the side eye, this pigeon. Oh, he took cover. That's Souvlaki, the pigeon. Is there meat in it? Yes, there's a chicken skewer. Chicken souvlaki. Really good, really juicy. And Marina says, pick it up. It dropped on my hand. The pigeons took it before I could pick it up. What can you do? Kay says, Shayla send 90 stars. Hey, thank you so much, Shayla, for the stars. I don't think this Mexican pita is traditional Souvlaki, but hey, I'm sure it's quite good. Yeah, it's good to sometimes have something a little bit more experimental. This might be Arabic pita, which I have found it also in Athens. I'm sure the Turkish also have something similar. It's very thin style pita. So it's not quite Mexican tortilla. It's more similar to the Arabic pita. Just like very thin pita, super thin. It's a bit greasy though, so it has a lot of, it's very fried. Lorraine says it looks delicious. It really is. You picked the best places to have Souvlaki, says Shayla. I'm glad, yeah. You know, if you hear a lot of people who are Greek standing in line, but the prices are not extremely expensive, you probably will encounter good food. It's not like in New York. If you see the prices a bit too cheap, sometimes in New York it can be really bad quality food. This applies to many places in America. But here in Greece, if the prices are a bit more reasonable, it could be an indicator that's pretty good food. Just because they kind of cater more to locals as opposed to tourists where they jack up the prices. It hasn't happened too much in Greece. This has been the only city really I've seen in Greece thus far where this practice of jacking up prices for tourists is pretty prevalent. Hanya to a certain extent as well. Tabuzi says the best city that makes the best Souvlaki is called Levaida. The second best is Thessaloniki. I tried the Thessaloniki one. Still the best Souvlaki I've had in all of Greece so far is the one in Thessaloniki. And that was in my trip in 2021, a place called Delicatessen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you see me and hear me now again. Let me know if you see me and hear me. I made the mistake of, I was trying to find shadow here to sit down to eat this Souvlaki. And I sat in the bench where the sun was creeping in and it got overheated, the phone. Phone is now doing a little bit better. Luckily, it lasted only for a few seconds. But yeah, my phone was overheated, unfortunately. So maybe it came back. Alamo says mukbang is buffering. Yeah, the mukbang was unfortunately buffering. Too much sun on the camera. I only had a little bit of shadow. I sat in the shadow and the camera was in the sun. Michele says, I hear you. Oh, awesome, Michele. Awesome. Dia says, woo! All good. All right. Let me see if I can walk mostly in the shadow, so the phone won't get too overheated. Is the phone overheated? It's a bit overheated. Yeah. Hot. I wonder what the temperature is today. I didn't check. Hopefully we get, I gotta go somewhere with deep air conditioning. The coldest air conditioning ever known to Greece. And I clean my lens too. All right, let's go walk in the shadows. All right, everyone, this is going to be like the floor is lava. Ooh, Malios is here. Malios, this is one of my top recommendations for fast food in Greece. Great quality pasta. They do a pasticcio. Their version of the pasticcio is just incredible. Highly recommend it. Malios. Really, really great place. They're all around Athens, but now it seems like they have expanded over here also to Crete. So we're gonna play a version of the floor is lava. We gotta avoid all the sunny areas as much as possible. If we get into a sunny area, this live stream will be done. Do you understand the rules? Let me know. Agree now or forever hold your peace. Do you accept this mission? If you do, this message will self-destruct in 10 seconds. We gotta avoid the sun at all costs. Here, there's a little bit of sun, but I can jump over it. Oh, I can maneuver around here in the shadow. All right, so let's play.
Genau, da vorne ist der Mond.
All right. We're in the shadows. Vincent says, I accept. Okay, I'm glad you accept the challenge. The floor is lava. Any sunny parts of the floor is lava. Ludo says, buy an umbrella. I gotta buy a parasol, yeah. Maybe that'll be the best bet to do this live stream. I'm surprised my camera has not got overheated in the past month of live streaming in Greece. So it has been pretty impressive. I live streamed in 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees. I was okay for an hour. Oh. I got a little bit burnt there with the... You gotta avoid the sun at all costs. Dwayne says, this is the hottest live stream of the year. Yeah. This live stream is fire. It's lit as F. There's a place called Shoes. C-S-H-O-O-Z. Shoes. You can have all the shoes here. Every shoes you wanted is right here. You want high heel shoes, you want platform shoes, you want comfy shoes, you want sandal shoes, half sandal shoes, leather shoes, faux leather shoes, foamy shoes. What kind of shoes? All the shoes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a dilemma. I can't walk through here, but I can walk through here to avoid the sun. Dia says, are we now in Morocco? It feels like it. Yeah, these bazaars are rather bizarre here in Greece because it makes you feel like you're in a different country. And of course, the probably still derived from the Ottoman influence. I wouldn't be surprised this was a Ottoman bazaar back in Ottoman occupation times. Ooh, nice totes. I like this tote bag. Mara says, how much is a cup of coffee? Hot coffee. Hot and cold coffee are priced the same here. It's not like the US where ice drinks are more expensive because the US claims that it is more expensive to produce ice. I get it. It's probably not that expensive. They're charging you still way too much. So here it's about the same. It's about the lowest you can get a hot coffee for is about €2. I think you may be able to find something at €1, but it's probably much more rare. But €2 is the standard for a cup of coffee. Double espresso, Greek coffee, and if you want cold, a freddo espresso as well. But otherwise, it could get as high as €450, depending where you are, depending on what place you go. Michael says, if I tip 70 USD, what song will I sing? This is not that type of broadcast. Wendy says, get a cool beer now. JA says, have some coffee with ouzo. People usually find coffee here with liquor. It's not like the Ireland or Spain where there are coffee with liquor drinks. It's very rare. Helena says, find where to sit. After all that heat, and you just finish eating. Oh, gee, I sound like someone's grandmother, says Helena. Is that why they say don't do exercise after eating? I wonder what the science is behind that. Helena says, oh, fresh produce. Helena, yeah, it's gorgeous produce. The carrots are gorgeous. It smells amazing in here. Wow. Do you bring a bag just in case to buy stuff, says Adam. No, not in this case. I may need it. I may go a little bit crazy and buy everything. It happened to me in England. On my last European trip, I went to England and Paris, and I just went crazy and bought all the clothes. And I had to buy an extra bag in order to store those clothes. Ooh. All right. Adam says, how are you doing? I'm doing well, Adam. How are you? Michael says you could earn money traveling by playing an instrument. Sometimes I get these comments. Michael, thank you so much for tuning in. Sometimes I get comments from people saying, oh man, you should become a tour guide, so you can start making money from traveling, or you should do other things so you can make money while traveling. And I think sometimes people don't realize that making videos is actual work, and you do make money from them. That's how I'm able to pay for these travels, is indeed by making video. So no, I do not need to busk or be a tour guide. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I prefer making video to make my living. Hey, Notonia says, my town, you can find good food there. Are you referring to Heraklion? Is Heraklion your town? Yes, indeed. Do let me know how to pronounce your name. I don't know how to read Greek yet, but it says she says yes. Kalispera, Kalispera to you too. Let me know what you recommend in Heraklion. Andy says you're kind of a tour guide. Yeah, maybe not in the strictest sense, but yes, I provide a lot of information. Mahesh says, I wish more people realize how difficult researching and filming really is. It is indeed, yeah. I mean, of course, I wouldn't say it's like manual labor, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's an art. Practice also goes into it. So the more I do it, even though, yes, it might become easier for me, there's definitely a lot of time that has gone into the ease of live streaming. So I appreciate that, Mahesh on Facebook tuning in right now, saying that. The road is cool, yeah. Marble on the streets here. Greece is so fancy that there's marble on the very streets of Greece. And very few times I've seen skateboarders. There's not too many from my experience here in Greece. Do they close stores at lunchtime, says Lorraine? It depends. Yes, there's certain stores that close at lunchtime. It's like half and half. But if you go further out of the main tourist sections, a lot of stores will be closed during lunchtime. Like I experienced in Kufunisia, I experienced that in Peloponnese as well. A lot of stores were closed during lunchtime. Hey, NW says, I watched your video on Hamilton because I'm going to see it in London this week in order to get the backstory. Hey, man, that awesome. Enjoy Hamilton. I think you're going to have a blast. Such a great show. Natonia says, recommends Swing Thing Cocktail Bar. Oh, cool. Go to drink cocktail to this bar. Okay, thank you so much. I'll let me take a screenshot of this so I can remember. Swing Thing. Swing. So I think it's pronounced Notonia, but I'm not 100% sure. Says, yeah, stores close during lunchtime. All right, where do I go? I kind of want to go to a good cafe. Let me go to the side streets. Helen says Grecian streets are paved with marble. Yes, that's how fancy Greece is. Another interesting cultural difference is movie theaters are usually closed during the day. People don't go to the movies during the hot summer day like I'm used to in New York City or Puerto Rico. It's very normal to go to movie theaters during a super hot summer day, enjoy a good 2 hours in air conditioning. But no, here in Greece, all the movie theaters open strictly at night. At least the ones I've encountered. Potina. Okay, Potina. I appreciate you for the recommendations. Thank you, Potina. Potina, let me know, what's a good place for fish? Potina, what do you recommend for fish? So yeah, here we see a lot of the stores that are closed during the day. They'll probably open up later tonight. Except this vape bar, because people need to vape at all times of day. Another thing to keep in mind here in Greece is if you ever feel like you're traveling here for quite a while, say 2 weeks or longer, and you need a quick change, you need a new piece of clothing, new sneakers, a new piece of luggage, a bag, a wallet, or any type of essential, even electronics, it is easy to find here in Greece. So like many other European places, it is relatively easy here to find anything that you need quickly. Patina says for fish, hippocampus. Hippocampus. Ooh, I like that. Hippocampus. Hey, thank you so much for a recommendation, Patina. It's a little too rude. Hey, Demetrius also says Hippocampus for fish near Koulas Castle, a bit to the west side, right at the bottom of 25th of August Street, next to the sea. Ooh, Demetrius, I think I might have passed by that earlier, just towards the 20-minute mark of this live stream. I think I passed by Hippocampus. No wonder it was so full with people. I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. So here we're seeing one of the older civic buildings. I wonder what this one was used for. Helena says, every corner is a mystery, intriguing. And Helena says, A Perez says, Are there no people around? This is like a major shopping street, and these shops close during the day. And then a lot of Greek people are not hanging out during the day, especially during the summertime. There's like kind of like a siesta of sorts. People tend to stick inside. They could be working as well. So there's not gonna be too many people out and about at this time. That changes when you go to the very main restaurant area. There's a lot of tourists that will be eating at this time. And then beyond that, if you come here at night, a lot of these streets will be way more full of people. But at least there's a Marks and Spencer's right here. Timpuzi says, yeah, after 6 p.m. is when it'll become lively again. Thank you so much, Timpuzi. 6 p.m. you can look forward to people out in the streets. A. Perez says, how's the weather? Hot, hot, hot. It's like 90 degrees today. Pretty hot. Hey, Potina says, try bugatsa. Try bugatsa in Kirkor. Ooh, I'll keep. One of the best bugatsa I've tried so far in Greece has been in Hania. At Bugatsa Hania is the name of the place. Pretty straightforward. It was really good. It was amazing. Earth Paradise says, thank you, Ariel, for showing us those beautiful places. Take care. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much, Earth Paradise. Hope you're doing well. What part of Greece are you in? Says A. Perez. I am in Crete. This is the city of Heraklion. Heraklion. What does it say in Greek? Heraklion, which is the capital of Crete. Alright, I just did like a big U-turn. A good big circle over here. Hey, Potina says, nope. The best bugatsa is here, not in Hania. Okay, challenge accepted. I'll try that bugatsa. And Patina's writing ha 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 in Greek, which is za 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 za. Is Crete like a state? Yes, well, it's an island. I'm not sure how the governmental regions work here in Greece. So it should be like a state. Do let me know how it works. Is Crete part of a larger region, or is it part of its own region? If I were to speculate, I would say Crete is probably its own, because it has such a distinct culture, even sort of dialect to their language here as well. All right, had to mute. You've been in Greece for a month. Is there a specific area that has become your fave? Says Kim. Koufounisia has blown me away. It's the tiny little island close to Naxos. Amazing, amazing island. Great beaches. Some of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. To hang out, to explore has been Athens, just in general. Though I was very impressed by the Peloponnese. Very interesting area of Greece. Not really touristy at all. I barely saw any tourists in most of the places I went to. Maybe a few Greeks in the caves of Didos, but great place to visit. Timpuzzi says Crete is actually divided into 4 states: Heraklion, Hania, Remimon, and Lasithi. Interesting. Tia says yes, Kufunicia. Sea. Actually, I've been many places around the world, and nothing's like the Aegean Sea. Which service provider are you using? I'm using Vodafone, but Vodafone sometimes connects to Cosmote service. Sauntering through beautiful Heraklion, says Helena. Yeah. This place is lit up at night. So many people out and about at night. If you want to dine in like relative peace, if you're kind of a little bit more of an introvert and want to enjoy Greece when it's quieter, this is the time right now. Otherwise, if you'd rather go out when there's actually people, then go out after about 7 to 8 for food. Chris says, I like live streams to get a good feel for the area. Edited videos can glamorize a location or a restaurant. In reality, you cannot be disappointed. Yes, they do. Glorify. So we're in a nice cafe. Let me see if I can order a Freddo Espresso at this cafe, and then we'll continue chatting. Enjoy the views. Yes, yes. Freddo Espresso schedule. Nice. Push. Do you have any sweets?
Not already. Our bar closed at 4 o'clock.
Okay, no worries. Okay, they just said that their kitchen closes at 4 because this is more like a brunch spot for food. After that, they just become more like a bar. But I'm going to try Freddo Espresso Schietto, which I've had many of them. Marina says, yes, let's drink a coffee. Now, here in Greece, you can order a bunch of different coffees. You can order hot coffee if you want, all the basics. Americano, latte, cappuccino. Maybe they'll understand the macchiato or cortado, depends. But you can try a lot of awesome coffees around as well. But you can also try anything cold. So you can have a Freddo Cappuccino, Freddo Espresso. Freddo Cappuccino is with milk. Freddo Espresso is without milk. It's just the espresso. And then you can have also Freddo Americano. I'm not sure if anyone will, most people, I'm not sure if everyone will understand that. Some people will, some people will not. Marina says, yes, let's drink a coffee. Feel free to ask me any questions that you would like as we're sitting here drinking a coffee in beautiful Crete in Heraklion. I love that Patina sent me a few suggestions. Hopefully I can get a bugatsa later at night. I'm not sure how late do they serve bugatsa. I'm not too optimistic. Maybe tomorrow in the morning I'll grab bugatsa for breakfast. So bugatsa is like a cream pie, and it's so delicious. Here in Crete, they do it kind of softer than they do it in the mainland. So Chris mentions that he loves live streams way better than edited vlogs. There's some vloggers out there that do edited vlogs really well. Like I do appreciate Gabriel's travels. The guy is pretty minimal in his editing. Same thing with Bold and Bankrupt. I may not agree fully with their philosophy of travel or the style of travel, but I do appreciate their craft. And yeah, there's something about live streams that are more real. And I've learned in my own life not to glamorize things too much. I think glamour is something that is pretty prevalent in all aspects of life, but it tends to be very apparent when it comes to entertainment and travel. We tend to glamorize those two things. Entertainment might be like a vlog or a movie or TV show that tends to be very crazy. If I stop. In travel, glamorization is very apparent when people try to show the beautiful sunsets and frame a location as being a piece of heaven on earth, which I've used those terms before, but they frame it almost as too shiny that when you do visit, you might be shocked to see that it's not just a perfect picturesque little village or perfect picturesque big city like Paris that is pristine and frozen in history, but there's more real elements. There's real people that live in these places, real challenges, real economies, real benefits, real positives aside from the sunset or the pretty building or the unique food. There's more to a place than just what people choose to glamorize on video or photos or articles. LA says, yeah, we keep it real. Yeah, you know, it's important to deeply appreciate things. I think if you are glamorizing a place, you won't be able to appreciate it because you're only seeing the shininess of it. So you get blinded by the shine, but you don't see the real texture of a place. And I think that's the challenge we all have in our lives with everything, but especially with travel, this is something that I think it's a little bit more attainable to learn, is to not get distracted by the shine, but to truly embrace and look at a place for what it is. You don't need to dwell in the super negative aspects of any given place. You don't need to do that. But yes, acknowledge it. It's there, but you don't need to dwell. And you don't need to get too caught up and too head in the clouds with the beautiful parts of the place. Because ultimately, every place has a beautiful aspect to it. So don't think that a place, because it might look a little bit more interesting or a little bit more exotic to you, doesn't mean that's the best place on earth. Because if you start thinking in that frame of mind, you'll feel lack of where you're from. You'll feel the lack of your hometown, of your home city, of your home country. You'll start seeing the flaws in it, and you start maybe dwelling too much on the flaws in it and wish you were at this other place. But of course, no place is perfect. Every place has its challenges. Every place has its ups and downs. Every place has its own unique cultural quirks that you may or may not like. Every place is different, and every place has something to offer and something also to frustrate you with. And I think that's the beauty of slow traveling, taking your sweet time and going to these places, because you end up realizing what you like about certain aspects of life, what you like certain aspects of culture and food and people and architecture and urban design and nature. You get to learn what you like as a human being, and you can also learn about what you think you can improve in your own home, in your actual home, or in your hometown, or your home city, or your home country. Maybe you will get into a position of power or influence where you can change your own home in the beauty that you learn abroad. And then vice versa. You can bring lessons that you have from your own home to places abroad. Don't try to force it down anyone's throat. But if you truly embrace being yourself when you're abroad, and don't be ashamed of it, then who knows what lessons you can impart on anyone who you may cross paths with. So if you are that American that likes to wear that baseball cap and those cargo shorts and those Crocs, by all means do it. Do it. Who knows what lessons will you impart on the people passing through. There's probably a very good reason why jeans became popular worldwide. They're an American invention. There was bound to be a few travelers or sailors or someone that was traveling with jeans, and people in Europe were like, "Ooh, what's that? What is this blue pant?" And then suddenly everyone's wearing jeans. Hey, Vasilio says, Cretans are some of the friendliest and hospitable people of all of us Greeks. Talk to the locals. You're sure to have a good time. Yeah, I think, thank you so much, Vasilios. I think I've only really spent time in the two touristy areas of Crete, Hania and here, Heraklion. So I haven't had the chance to really meet too many Cretans, which is a bit of a shame. I don't have too much more time left here before I go to my next destination. So yeah, unfortunately, I haven't met too many Cretans. I haven't felt that. I've heard that so many times, that Crete is such a overwhelmingly friendly, hospitable culture, that you go to the tavern and they give you a bunch of raki and it's a good time. I haven't experienced that yet, unfortunately. Do you plan with Google Maps, says Emilia? No, I do not plan with Google Maps. So Hania, and to a lesser extent Heraklion, does have tourist traps. A lot of Greece does not have tourist traps. Athens does not have too many tourist traps. There are restaurants that are touristy, but they're not traps. But unfortunately, both in Hania and in parts of Heraklion, there are tourist traps. So I do check Google Maps, the reviews of a place, before, especially eating in them. Drinking coffee is okay. If I get ripped off for a cup of coffee that's pretty bad, which rarely happens, that's okay. If I have a pretty bad beer, that's okay. But especially food, I double check, at least in these two cities. Rest of Greece has been pretty easy to just go to any taverna. Chris says, I like hats, but I don't wear a hat. Eating or in the church, of course. Oh yes, of course. You got. There's a certain level of you don't need to change yourself or your habits too deeply when you're traveling. If you're American, you're American. Do your American thing. If you're English, you're English. If you're Greek, you're Greek. If you're Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican. Just do your thing. But of course, there is a fine line. You do have to respect certain norms of the country. There's certain countries where you can't wear shoes into someone's home. So respect it, take off your shoes. And the same thing applies to maybe hats for dinner. Some places around the world, I'm not sure too much about Greece, I don't think too much Greece is an issue, but in Italy or in France, don't wear your hat inside a restaurant because it would probably be considered rude. It might be normal for where in America usually it's normal, but here it might not be so much, at least in France or Italy. So always be mindful of the cultural norms within reason. Michelle, nice to see you here, Michelle. Diz says, thank you for doing these live streams. Vicenta says, that's really true. The best food is made in secret places. That is the case sometimes, not all the time. Different cultures have different food standards, and where those food standards are higher, the location of those higher food standards sometimes are different in different cultures. So in New York City, if something's a bit too cheap, a bit too inexpensive, and especially in the middle of the big touristy areas, the food standards are going to be pretty low. If the food is too expensive in Greece, chances are you're probably not going to get the best food, unfortunately. So don't go too high in price. You might think, oh, this is fancy, the prices are high. Sometimes people think that way. You might be sorely disappointed in Greece. So it's better to go for something a little bit more normal price. And then usually the places are not going to look too fancy with the best food. They'll look pretty much like a regular tavern. The more kind of mom and pop, more homemade, home feeling it has, the better quality most likely it'll be in Greece. In Italy, for example, if a place is, you can just kind of stroll in, especially at night, without reservation, it might not be the best place. The best places in Italy, you usually do have to make a reservation, especially if you're eating at night, and they will be packed. Usually with a lot of locals who tend to eat there fairly often. So that's the difference with all these places. In France, especially Paris, it's just fairly ubiquitous to have the normal Parisian staples: French onion soup, the chicken, steak and frites, these normal staples, and you can have them anywhere. You really don't need to make reservations. You can just pop into almost all cafes and have just a normal French onion soup or normal steak and frites. So every place is slightly different. But you usually get the sense of it within maybe 2 or 3 days in being in any location. The more you travel, the faster you'll get that sense of where the best places are to eat and drink, or drink coffee as well. You'll get a quick sense as to where to go. Noah says, greetings from Alabama. Happy to join you. Have you found a lot of family-owned restaurants? Yes. There's been a lot of restaurants I've been to are family-owned. And they've been great. A lot of great places. So here's a Freddo Espresso. Barely been drinking it. I gotta start drinking this now because I want to show you more Heraklion. I'm not going to do it the Greek way and spend hours slow sipping this. But instead, we're going to drink it a little bit faster to enjoy a little bit more of this beautiful, hot, sweaty weather in Greece. Are jorts a thing in Europe? Not in Greece. I haven't seen jorts. Jean shorts? Yeah. So jean shorts actually, jorts might be different from jean shorts. Do let me know if jorts means something different. But if you mean jean shorts, actually yes, a lot of people do wear jean shorts. The Freddo Cappuccino is also wonderful. Have you tried it? I don't like milk. So no, I haven't tried the Freddo Cappuccino. I'm not a fan of milk. I love the Greek way. Every day is National Relaxation Day, says Chris. It really is. There's a really good relaxing atmosphere. Cheryl, nice to see you here. Chelsea, welcome. Matt from San Francisco, nice to see you here, man. Hope you're doing well. I see you drink the Freddo Cappuccino a lot, but how about frappe? So frappe is instant coffee. Frappe was popular in Greece before the introduction of espresso, as far back as the early 90s in Thessaloniki. And then later in the early 2000s, it became increasingly popular in Athens, and then has become now ubiquitous. Almost everywhere in Greece, you can find espresso. Espresso has overtaken the frappe, which is made with instant coffee, as the regular drink to have for coffee. Frappe, from what I've spoken to many Greeks. I made a documentary with, I interviewed about 25 people, and then I've met other people beyond that. So this trip I've had the opportunity to meet a whole lot of people. And I've gathered that frappe is drunk. People do drink it, but it's usually older people who are used to it. Anyone pretty much my generation or below is drinking espresso drinks nowadays. Basilio says, go to Vetimo. Is Vetimo really worth it? Maybe I'll go. People are really recommending it. The siege of Cadia took 21 years and is the second longest in history. Cadia, where is that? I gotta learn about that. 21 years for a siege? It's crazy long. Area code says, I am Greek. That's awesome, area code. Actually, the city didn't fall to the Venetians, says Perigates. Well, the Ottomans did certainly take over the fort, but yes, if Venetians did surrender, they surrendered, yeah. I was in Thessaloniki during the frappe era. I love it, and we'll try espresso next year. Yeah, so I would recommend espresso. I think it's a better quality cup of coffee. You can drink whatever you want, and you can still order frappe almost everywhere. But if you do want fresher coffee, quote unquote fresher coffee, do have espresso. It's ground coffee, or they ground it on site on order. Some of the better coffee shops do this, and they whip you up the drink right then and there. But in frappe, since it's instant coffee, it's already like a powderized, processed coffee, so it becomes easier to brew without the use of tools. And unfortunately, that's why I think a frappe is not the best, in my opinion. It's like having a bottle of orange juice versus a fresh orange juice. I think that's the difference between frappe and for the espresso. Eriko says, I laugh at this. Why are you laughing? Ritualisten says, great ground coffee is the best. Concentrated coffee is healthy. It contains a lot of chemicals. It's not healthy, says Eriko. Yes, that too. Instant coffee is heavily processed, so yes, it might contain a lot of chemicals. Depends on what company you buy it from, but yes. Definitely, I had to go crazy for the frappe. I used to make my own when I used to live in Thessaloniki, says Hermes. Oh, cool, that's all awesome. Just one for me, I prefer water and fruit juices. Aida says, hello Ariel, I've lost many lives. The flu striked me many times this summer, but we'll connect. We'll rewind the videos on Greece. Hey Ida, do feel better, Ida. Do remind me, are you in a colder part of the world at the moment? Are you in the southern hemisphere? I'm so sorry you got in the flu a few times. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I'm surprised that you got the flu so many times. But do feel better, and I hope you do enjoy the replays. At work, I had a little break between two drives. Pelican Rouge coffee. It's from the machine, but it's okay, says Ludo. Yeah. How's your day going so far, says Chelsea? It's going well. Haven't been doing too much. Jay says, black coffee is the best. Michelle says, you look handsome today. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. It's the sunglasses. The moment I take off the sunglasses, all the handsomeness withers away. I become a normal man once I remove these sunglasses. Shield your eyes. See? I'm nothing without my sunglasses. Nothing. I turn heads with sunglasses, but now the heads are looking away. They're like, no. Michelle says, you still handsome without glasses. Thank you so much, Michelle. Shade says, I enjoy your streams. I'm coming to Kos, Greece next Tuesday. Have you any plans to visit there? No, I haven't visited Kos. I haven't even considered it yet. But it is, I heard many things. A lot of people have recommended it to me. Chris says, you can't wear a hat. Your hair looks good. It is tough, you know, especially in the US. If I wear a hat, I've noticed people assume I'm bald. I've rarely been in hot places in the US where I need to wear a hat, but a few times where I've worn a hat for long periods of time, because it's very hot, I've had people say, "Oh, I thought you were bald." And it's because in the US, unfortunately, a lot of bald men wear hats. That is not the case so much in European countries, especially in Italy, France, Greece. People here rock their baldness, and men don't try to kind of hide their baldness with these kind of comb overs or shaving, like some men do in the U.S. Here, men let their baldness free. So yeah, it's very interesting. Hey, Shane says, I really enjoy your live streams. Thank you so much for the £5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. I hope you do enjoy Kos. That's awesome. I don't have plans for it, but a lot of people have mentioned it to me. Jay says, Ornia Pola. What does that mean? Thank you so much, Jay. Are these Ray-Bans? These are from Warby Parker. Sometimes coffee and hot weather makes me feel a bit ill. But yeah, Greece is lovely. That's why cold coffee, I think, makes it go down a little bit better, but I can see why caffeine could be rather intense for some people. Eric Cold says, sorry, I called you Urbanist. Yeah, Urbanist is the name of the show, but my name is Ariel. Ida says, thank you, I will enjoy your videos. Oh, Ida, yeah, do feel better. Kim says, yeah, jorts do equal gym shorts. I was in France and Belgium and didn't see a lot of denim. Yeah, some other areas of the world, some other areas of Europe, you see less denim. But here it's fairly normal to wear denim. Though people here wear a little bit lighter clothing. Denim can be rather hot in this weather. Okay, feel free to ask me any last questions. I'm going to finish off this coffee. Let me know, what time is it? What time is it? Chris says, speaking of hair, I remember when I was in Cyprus and that my hairy chest was appreciated. Yeah. The hairiest place on earth is around the Mediterranean. Those are the hairiest countries for men. Maybe it applies to women as well. But the hairiest places for men in the world is around the Mediterranean. It applies to Greece, Turkey, Italy, especially southern Italy, parts of Spain, parts of North Africa, Egypt, Morocco. There's a map that shows the concentration of hair, body hair, and it is red in the Mediterranean, and only red in a few other select places around the world, like northern Scandinavia, part of the northern area, Anu areas of Japan, and a few select other places. But yeah, the Mediterranean is known for its body hair, and it's normal, and the Middle East as well. So it's normal. It's normal. I've gotten a few comments of people saying, because I did videos on the beach, I got 2 or 3 comments saying, hey, why don't you just shave your chest hair? Yeah, just trim that chest hair. And I think, why? Why would I trim my chest hair? It's a gorgeous, beautiful thing. Embrace your hair if you have it. If you don't, you don't. But if you do, embrace it. Can you share this body hair map? I gotta find it, but maybe we could do a Google search. body hair concentration in the world, or body hair distribution in the world, it'll probably pop up. Tabuzi says, I had a Russian girlfriend who only had hair on her head, nowhere else. Man, he says, hola, ¿tienes alguna referencia de Curazao? No he ido a Curazao, ¿dónde es Curazao? O Curazao, sí, Curazao es parte de Francia, o era parte de Francia, yo creo que independiente, pero no he ido todavía. So I haven't been to Curacao, though I'm very curious about Curacao at one point in my life to go, because there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that do come from Curacao. So maybe one day I'll go. Ludo says, the wife of my brother likes chest hair. She's from Turkey. It's 4:29 p.m. in Heraklion. All right, let me see if I can catch the final tour bus. Oh, that was so good. All right. Let me know if you want to join me on the tour bus. Oh, am I running out of battery? I hope not. I missed your chest, says Helena. Talking about this? No. No chest for you, Helena. No chest. No chest. No. Eyes up here. Now down here. Where's your next vacation? You should come to Canada, says Chelsea. Yeah, one day I'll go to Canada. But yeah, my next destination will be somewhere else. Stay tuned. Excuse me? Yeah, to pay. I'll pay cash.
It's €3.50.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, now I have tons of change because I paid with a $1,000 bill. No, I'm joking. Do not do that. Is there a device that keeps your phone cool? I wish there was, but no, there isn't. There isn't, unfortunately. Loving your Greece stream, says Sunset Blue. Thank you. All right, let's head to port. Who wants to go Santorini? Let me know. If only there was ferries to Santorini at this time. That would be so awesome to spontaneously go Santorini. But no, ferries don't pass that often. Rocky says, wow, Ariel, you look so nice and rested. Thank you, I try. Bear with me, I gotta consult my map. Marina says, I would love a ferry ride. Yeah, you know, I wish there were more ferries here. Boozy says, wow, that was a very quick coffee. Now they know you're not Greek. Yeah, you know, here in Crete, for some reason, they know that I'm not Greek. That's funny about the coffee. Yes, Greeks take their sweet, sweet time with the coffee. But even this guy right now, I said hello. I said Yasos, Freddo Espresso Schietto, and the guy spoke to me immediately in English. It's happened to me a few times here in Crete. But other parts of Greece, people think I'm Greek when I automatically order in Greek. Chelsea says, so much fun going on tour with you. Yeah, I'm going to rush over to the Venetian port, see if I can catch one of the final bus rides, because I still have the ticket. So let me know if you want to join me for a bus ride. I still got a ticket. The ticket was valid for 2 days, 20 euro. And there's a route that goes around the beach. Let's see if I can take that route. If not, I'll take the other one. Colleen says, bye for now. Hey, Colleen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, Colleen. Hope you're doing well. Emily says yes, Emilia. And DLC says yes, please. Yes. All right. Ludo says, slam that like button. Yeah, the like button slamming has really worked. I've gotten many comments in the past few days of people saying, hey, I'm so glad that this live stream popped up into my feed. Otherwise, I would have not found it. And the algorithm is now working in our favor. So thank you so much, everyone, for pressing that like button. All right, we're getting close to the Venetian port where we started this live stream. I'm going to see if I can catch one of the final bus rides. Bus rides end at 5 p.m. So maybe I'll get lucky. Marie says, thanks all. Bye for now. Oh, Marie. Hey, Marie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Colleen says, yes, I'm staying. But, oh my God, there's the bus. Oh no. Go! All right. In all seriousness, if you're in this situation in Greece, do take your time because the pavement here is a bit rough in almost everywhere in Greece. So it's better be safe. It's better be intact than try to rush over to something. Emilia says, what time is it? It's about 4:30 p.m. Ooh, zebra. Cross on the zebra crossing. Crossing here can get rather hairy. People won't necessarily stop for you. Sometimes they will. You gotta be assertive when crossing. You gotta stare at the driver directly in the eye. The person to lose eye contact first is the one to claim dominance over the road. Oh, no. All right. Let's see. This one. Oh, yes. This is it. That luckily was the wrong bus. Questo. Is this the beach line?
Yes, but
Okay,
can I see your tickets?
Yes.
Yes, you can
Okay,
get inside.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Line.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, yeses. Okay, luckily the other bus that I missed was the city tour, which I covered yesterday. This is the tour I wanted to take, which is the beach tour. So let's go. Hopefully my phone won't overheat. I'm gonna stay downstairs until the bus starts moving. So enjoy the views. All right. Yes, it's luckily windy. Oh yeah. All right, so we are in the double-decker bus tour. Costs 20 euro to get on. There's 3 companies here. This is called the Heraklion bus tour. And this is the beach line, so we're at the beach. Apparently there's public buses, so that might be a way to get back. I'll play it by ear. Play here. Let's enjoy the views, shall we? I gotta put on my hat though. I gotta reapply sunscreen. Oof. It's pretty hot. Oh, I'm going to miss this. I'm running out of sunscreen from Sunbum. I gotta buy the company from Greece instead.
Museum Station.
So freshly applied with the pounds of amazing sunscreen. Only sunscreen I've ever bought so far, Sunbum, that feels refreshing when putting it on. I'm still yet to find the sunscreen like it. If anyone has sunscreen recommendations here in Greece, let me know. This is my last batch that I have. All right. Little beach here. Looks nice. Oh, that looks good. And then I have Sunbum chapstick. I realized that lips can get sunburnt. I really haven't encountered that in my life. But since I've been out in the sun so much, this is the first time I really got sunburn in the lips. lovely lyric says, what sunscreen is it? It's called Sun Bum. I'm not sure if they say what type of sunscreen it is. It's not mineral, that's for sure. It's white, comes out white. Right here. 30 FPS. Oh, this. I want to go back. And a lot of people ask me, hey, do you miss New York? You know, I miss my other home, Puerto Rico, especially coming here to Greece. There's so many similarities. Known for its hospitality. It takes a slightly different character from the Greek hospitality, but it's still warm and hospitable as Greece is. And coming here has made me so I got interrupted. It was poor service, but coming here has made me really appreciate Puerto Rico and kind of want to take a second look into Puerto Rico to really explore more of the island as much as I have Greece. To show more of the tiny towns and the beautiful side streets and the different types of food, from the food on the coast and the fish to the food in the interior. It dates back all the way to Taino times, Native Americans. To, of course, the American influence with pizza and burgers also in Puerto Rico. Let me know if you still see me and hear me. We had some rocky cell phone reception. Shadow says, I didn't like PR. Oh, no, Shadow. Well, you know, a lot of people who also... Oh, look, another gasoline station built below apartments. Here's a stadium. Oh yes, a lot of West Puerto Rico looks even more similar to Crete and Greece in general, because it tends to be more drier in those areas. Wow, look at the views. Look at that huge mountain. Wow, what mountain is that? What a prominent kind of plateau. Isabel says, good day, Ariel. And you've been blessed with sunny, decent weather. Marina says, can't hear me on the wind. That, unfortunately, I can't control. So I can't control it because I have a wind cover. It's too windy, unfortunately. Look at the pyramid. Tell me that is not a pyramid. Tell me that is not a pyramid. Hey, I'm not sure why the wind noise should be so rough. I have my mic connected. Don't know. Hello everyone, nice to see you here. Let me know if you hear me now better. Oh, a little train, cool. Here's one of the resorts. Oh, this looks nice. Oh my god, this looks very tropical. Lots of palm trees. This Jake says the trees can be dangerous. Yikes! No, I'm being dramatic. It's not that bad. Helena says great sound. So yeah, what I was saying before is being in Greece. It reminds me so much of Puerto Rico, of the warm hospitality and the friendliness that it makes me miss Puerto Rico. It makes me want to go back and cover more Puerto Rico. And a few people have said go to the west, which it's even more like Greece in terms of its weather, because it's more drier in that area of the island. But there's a lot of food, great food in the coast with the fish, and then great food in the interior with recipes and produce that was used since Native American times, to great combination of American with Puerto Rican food as well, with pizza and burgers. It's a lot of great things in Puerto Rico. Another resort. Oh, this one has a pool in the middle. That's nice. Helena says you have to take us back to Puerto Rico and cook us a meal. I'll cook pastelon, which is Puerto Rican lasagna. It's basically the Puerto Rican moussaka. So if you love moussaka here in Greece, I got featured more moussaka. I've only done one video of it this trip, but Yeah, Puerto Rican moussaka is pastelon. So of eggplants and plantains. The lyric says, I'm a little bit of a drama queen. I'm high maintenance. Wendy says, what are you eating later? I got some great recommendations. So maybe something interesting later recommended by locals who are tuning in. Wow, a windmill. That's a cool restaurant. Ooh, where are we now? Oh, we're at the beach. We're getting closer to the Pyramid Mountain. What secrets lie within that Pyramid Mountain? What do you think? What hidden chambers were built there by the pre-ancients, the ancient Atlantean civilization? We all know that's an Atlantean pyramid. Come on, can't fool us with the greenery, with all the vegetation on it.
Dolphin Hotel Station.
Ooh, Dolphin Bay. Chris says there's a Masonic temple inside. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. So Chris and many other people, good news. A major Mason covered one of my videos on his YouTube channel, and word has spread in Masonic circles of my videos about Mason history. I tend to be one of the few people who actually cover it rather fairly and not get too crazy with conspiracies. And they have invited me to the Masonic Lodge in New York City. So stay tuned. Around September, you will see a video in the Masonic Lodge. It's going to be really fun. Whoa. Is that a gorge? That's a cool... The closer I get to this mountain, the cooler it looks. Wow. What is this mountain? I gotta learn more about this mountain. Oh my god, I'm coming here. I'm gonna climb that mountain tomorrow. I gotta find what that mountain's all about. I bet there's some good food up there as well. It says, what degrees have you reached? I'm not part of the Masons, so I don't have degrees. Lovely lyric says, Pastelon would be so good right now. Wendy says, we'll be seeing giants next. I mean, if I go to that mountain, we're bound to find something. Maybe giants, cyclops, ancient Minoan city hidden inside. Who knows what secrets lie in this mountain? Chelsea says, if you're climbing the mountain, please live stream it. Of course. I'll hire a Sherpa, a Greek Sherpa. I'm not sure if Greeks do any Sherpaing, but there's bound to be a Greek person out there who can hold the camera as I climb the mountain. Uh-oh. We're turning back around. Hey, Tracy says, good afternoon. Hope you're having a time in Greece. I really am. Looks like you're having a fat time. We've only visited Corfu, but it was amazing. Ooh, Corfu. A lot of people recommend Corfu. Do you plan to stay in Greece until the end of the summer holiday, says area code. Yep, you'll be seeing a lot more of Greece. Yes. I'll be staying here for a few more weeks. Until my clients get pissed off that I'm not in New York anymore. Chris says the guy on the mic sounds like a Charlie Brown teacher. Yeah, the mic is a bit muffled. is the better word. But they're very kind instead of telling you the stops, because a lot of these double-decker bus tours, they don't tell you the stops. So here in Crete, there has been some, Chania and here, they've been very good bus companies. They're very kind to tell you a lot of information. If you request a stop, they'll be very kind to be aware of where you need to stop and let you know. So it has been excellent double-decker bus experience with these two in Crete. So this is the seaside. We're passing by basically the main beach area. We can't see the beach because we have to go walk in. But the beach is more kind of a normal beach. Apparently it's not that interesting, not that pretty, because there's far prettier beaches in the rest of Crete. And Marie says, I got a visitor today, but he was very busy. So might as well watch this live stream. Oh, visitor in terms of work, Marie? Are you working right now in Trondheim? Wow, that's a beautiful Polakatekia. Oh, it's a hotel. Oh. Get that shirt off and go for a dip again, says Wendy. Vincenta says, do a live stream in the Masonic Lodge. I intend on asking them if I could do a live stream. Tracy says, is it around 88 degrees? Yep. High 80s, early 90s, low 90s, I mean. That's how hot it is. It says the weather Naxos, but you can estimate that's about the same here in Crete. So basically we're traveling back. And I think we're basically going the same route backwards. Ooh, Oppenheimer opens here on the 24th of August. It's pretty late. They have opened Oppenheimer a month later. So let me know, should I live stream going to an open air cinema here in Greece to watch opening night of Oppenheimer? Let me know if you want a live stream of that. Marie says, no, I don't work anymore. My brother passed by for 10 minutes. Oh, I see, Marie. That's cool. Congrats on retirement. Sadia says, yes, please. Please go to an open air cinema on opening night for Oppenheimer. Triple open. Have you seen Oppenheimer? Nope, because I've been here in Greece and it hasn't premiered yet. It releases on August 24th here in Greece. So still got some time. They're getting it like a month later than most of the world. And the reason for that, as I was reading, is that the distribution company here in Greece thought that no one would show up for a 3-hour movie during the summertime here in Greece, because it's not really normal to go to movie theaters with air conditioning. Which is a bit of a shame. Alright, here people are waiting for the bus. All right, everyone, we're basically going back the same route. Feel free to ask any of the last remaining questions. That was a tour of Heraklion. Heraklion, it's a cool city if you want to see Knossos, the hard K, which is the Minoan city. It's gorgeous, the palace of Knossos. It's about 20 minutes or right away. You can use these bus tours to get there. I did that yesterday, very easy. I got back with the bus tour, passes every half hour for that route. This passes every hour, this route. And yeah, highly recommend coming here, at least for a day, for 2 days, maybe 3 days. Heraklion, unless if you're renting a car, might not have too much to offer. Hanya has a bit more to offer because there's a bit more prettier areas from what I gather close to the city, and there's more day trip options. If you want to see Santorini, Heraklion might be your best bet to see Santorini for a day without spending the money to stay in Santorini. And then beyond that, yeah, I would recommend more days in Hanya than you would do in Heraklion. But nonetheless, I had a good time here in Heraklion. And thank you everyone so much for watching. I will be doing a lot more live streams here in Greece, more short videos. Let me know if you enjoyed the vlog. Check out my vlog right now of the Peloponnese. I spent 3 days in the Peloponnese with my friend Evan, and he was amazing. Such a hospitable guy who gave me a wonderful tour of beautiful Peloponnese. Had dinner at his home. Wonderful time. So highly recommend it. Right now, go on YouTube, leave a comment, and let me know if you want me to do more vlogs as well. Can we get more night streams? Says I gotta go to a place that's a little bit more lively for night. But yeah, potentially, yeah, you'll see more night streams. Depends where I go. Calling. Diz says, please live stream anywhere you go. Vincenta says the streets are literally attacking you. Yes, but I'm dodging them like a pro. Greeks are wise. Their pavements are white, not keeping colored, so it's much cooler. Helena says, I love the video. Keep on exploring. As they say here in Greece. Oh. Yes.